Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today, I am very excited to bring this video to you. I'm here visiting my sister Patty, and we were talking about just like going down memory lane, talking about how we grew up and how we were raised, and many of you guys know that my parents are Panamanian, so my parents are foreign. They both live here in the States, but we grew up with the Panamanian culture, with the Latina culture, and I didn't realize until I was much older and talking to other people that the way that we grew up is different.
And it's way different.
And there's a lot of like strange things that our parents do because they're foreign that we never really
thought were weird.
I didn't think they were weird. You know, I thought everybody had to deal with the things that we have to deal with as like Latinas, you know, but I guess not. So we're gonna talk about a couple of things, and what's really cool too, guys, and I hope that you guys like this video, is that we have so many things written down. Like, the list is endless right now on Patty's phone. So we are going to be doing a series on this, so if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up so that I know that you like it and that you are excited and ready to watch the other videos. So here we go. We're just gonna kind of give out some topics, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about it. And if you have any ideas for like growing up in a Latina household and a Hispanic household, put those in the comment section below, because I would be very, very excited to take a look at them, maybe explore them a little bit more, maybe talk about them.
Perhaps any other culture as well.
Yeah, other cultures.
Other foreign culture.
I think just like, you know, this is what it's all about, right? Is like our culture and our upbringing, and it's just very exciting to like know that to know that like I'm very cultural in the way that I grew up. You know, I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to talk about is threats. This is very prominent in Latina culture, in Latin culture. Our mom was very good at threatening when it came for our like behavior and when we went places. So just a couple of examples of different things that she would say to us.
Te callas o te callo.
Which basically means you shut your mouth or I will shut it for you. And it worked. It worked 10 out of 10 times.
Oh, for sure. I was always afraid. I was like, uh-oh. But now what?
No, what does this mean? What's gonna happen? The other one was que sea la última vez. Que whatever. And you insert whatever thing, and that basically means let this be the last time that you either ask for something.
Don't you dare ask me again. You know? You better not have the nerve to ask me again to do this or whatever it was.
Oh my god.
And the thing is also, like, threats also went with like when we went somewhere. So if we went somewhere, it was like, you better behave, you better say hi to everybody.
Don't ask for nothing.
Yeah, don't ask for anything. Don't look at other people's things. Make sure that you are sitting on the couch, you're polite, that you're saying hi to everybody, and just like, you have to be very well behaved at all times. And if you don't behave well, then guess what comes next?
Yeah, and we are very curious by nature, so it was very difficult for us. So then my mom had this signature pinch that she would do. So she would be like, come here. And like, and with a smile on her face, very calm.
Ven pa acá,
come here. And then we would go, and then she'd grab with like the back of the arm and pinch so hard.
I can feel it right now.
And you could not like make any emotions or cry.
You would have to be like,
and you had to hold it. And then if it continued, she would be like, espera hasta que llegamos a la casa. Like, which basically means like, wait till we get home.
Another threat. Wait until we get home. We're just gonna see what happens to you. Yeah. Well, we're gonna keep the
keep it PG, but
PG right now.
Not a Latina home for sure.
Another thing that you could not do in our household was talk back to either of our parents. Yeah. So like, if our parents were wrong, and maybe they knew they were wrong, but they would never admit it. First of all, they never admit it.
Never,
and
ever.
If they were wrong, we can tell them, hey, but that's not right, you know, because they're the parent, and they're always right, no matter what. No matter if they're wrong, they're always right, because la mamá es la mamá, and the hija is the hija.
Y ella baja la cabeza, and she'll lower her head, like always.
Yeah, so like what it was is like the mom is the mom and the daughter is the daughter. The mom is always right, and period, end of story. No matter if you're wrong, that's it. There's nothing to it.
It would be like this denial too, because you would be like, but you last week said this. I never said that. Yo no dije eso. Like, what are you talking about? I would never say such
loca.
I would never say such a thing.
You're crazy.
Not come out of my mouth. Like,
you're crazy. I would never say something
and we're
like
just
that.
like, and then I can like look at Jackie, and Jackie's like,
and I'm like,
and I would just be like, but it doesn't matter because she said she didn't, so that's the truth. And I feel like she believed it. So
oh, she believes it.
all Latina moms believe it.
Yeah, no, they're always right. They're always right.
Okay, so one example of this, it kind of correlates into the whole thing that we're talking about with the denial and that she's always right. We had a pool growing up and there was a ball in the pool and I was like, I really want to play with that ball. And my mom's all, not right now, you're not going in the pool to get the ball, play with something else. And I'm like, but I really want to play with that ball. And so I was like thinking, I can just get it real quick. And my mom had this fear that I was going to fall into the pool
and drown and die just because we go outside. If you go outside, something's going to happen. Somebody's going to kidnap you. You got to be careful. There's crazy lunatics waiting outside for you to step out the door to get you.
Right. So then, exactly, like this is the fear. So then my dad happened to come home and I think that my mom didn't realize that he was there. And I was like, Papi, can you get that ball for me? And my dad's like, yeah, he got the like stake to the pool and he went, he got the ball and Jackie was watching the whole thing and I got the ball and I was like, I ran to my mom and I was like, Mira, mommy, and I had the ball with me and I was like, I have it, and I was very excited to play with it. My mom got so mad. I was like trying to tell her that my dad got the ball and she just didn't even listen to me.
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter. I got in so much trouble. She spanked me and Jackie was telling her, no, I saw, Daddy got it, Papi got it. And the whole time she was like, no, I told you not to get it. Why did you get it? And I'm trying to explain to her, but she wouldn't even listen because she's always right.
You know what's really funny about this story is that recently, I say recently, like relatively speaking, because in like the last like 2 years, I said, Mommy, do you remember that story, that time that you got really mad about us getting the ball and it was Papi that got the ball? And she was like, oh, no, I don't remember that. And I was like, yeah, you were so mad and you didn't even listen. I was like, but he got the ball and you spanked us. And then she's like, oh, well, you probably would have done something bad anyway. And I was like,
thanks.
Okay. So another thing that Hispanic people have is really good food, as hopefully you guys know, and Panamanian food is really good, but it's also very smelly and it smells very like different and it's very like fragrant, but it's delicious. So I remember when Patty and I were younger, we were in ballet and we would take food because sometimes we would have like these like long classes, like they were all day long, and it was like a summer programs and stuff. And I remember taking out food and like being embarrassed because of how much it would smell, or sometimes even like
it would fill the room, fill the ballet hall.
Yeah, or sometimes even going to ballet, and then we had eaten food before we left, and like people would be like, "What is that?" And then like, "Oh my God, that's like, you know, the fried patacones or something," which is like fried plantains that we had right before we left. So.
It was
food,
so
though.
funny. And considering that like ballet places always smelled like feet, you know, our food was more fragrant than the natural feet smelly ballet rooms. So it's really funny.
In the Latina and Hispanic culture, it's really important to look the part and be well dressed and make sure that, you know, you are taking care of yourself and that you put effort into the way that you look. And that's just how we grew up. Like, we had to make sure that when we were leaving the house, we were bathed, or well, you know, groomed, the whole thing. I remember, like, I went to my mom's house and I forgot to wear my jewelry and I forgot to wear earrings, and she's like, where are your earrings?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I forgot to put jewelry on. She's like, you don't look like a woman if you don't wear earrings. And I'm like, oh my God, you know?
Yeah, and I've had the same thing happen where she's like, you need a little bit more blush. Like, you look dead. I'm just
yeah,
like,
so the way that you look is really important.
yeah.
And the thing is, like, my mom definitely leads by example because she always is well dressed.
Yeah.
She always like matches her shoes to her purse. She always has like, you know, matching makeup and everything looks like on point even now, and she's like in her 60s, so like she leads by example. And like if I go out without any makeup on and I like pull my hair back, it's like
the end of the world.
The end of the world. It's like if she were to see me, she would like look the other way.
You know what's crazy is I feel like this has really led me in my life, because for example, I've had the thought process in my mind, like if I have a pair of like ripped underwear, for example, I can't wear it because what if I get into an accident and for real, what if I get into an accident and I have to be taken out of the vehicle and firefighters and police officers have to rip my clothes open and they're gonna be like, who is this trashy woman wearing ripped underwear? She can't afford real underwear. So that is the kind of mindset. That's what happens when you are a Latina.
Oh my god, that's exactly the thing. And my mom would have that exact same mentality. My mom, she hurt her wrist. We had like this like weird thing that happened when I was younger where a treadmill fell and it like hit on her hands right here.
After she was working out though, you have to make sure that you understand. She was sweaty, she had ran or like walked very quickly for about a mile and a half.
Yeah. And the thing almost fell. It fell and she caught it like that because I had like gone underneath to try to fix like this thing anyway. And she had to go to the hospital, but before she went to the hospital, she had to take a shower, make sure she was shaved and ready and prepared to go see the doctor.
Exactly. She wasn't gonna go sweaty. It was not gonna happen.
She had to smell nice. She had to like make sure everything was good and groomed and done. So that is just what it's like, you know.
And she ended up having 2 broken wrists too.
Yeah, and she like came back with like the 2 things on her hands, and it was just so crazy.
And I think we shaved her legs that day because there was no way she could do it. She was in so much pain.
Yeah, I can't remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that it was like super important that she had to, like, I was like, you gotta go now, and she's like, no,
not sweaty like this. ¿Cómo voy a ir ahí con toda esa gente? No.
Yeah, which is like, where? How am I gonna go like that with all these people? You know, and everybody's hurt, but I mean, that's just the way that it is. And that's just how it is. Like, you have to say hi to every single person that you see when you get to a party.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that is a good one.
Like, it's funny because like we're both married now, and when we go to like a party, you have to, when we're about to leave, we know that we're not about to leave until like 30 minutes after we say we're about to leave.
Exactly.
Because we have to go and hug and kiss everybody. And if you don't hug and kiss someone, if you don't hug and kiss someone, it's the end of the world. They'll talk about it for like the next 3 parties.
Oh, she thinks she's better than everybody now because she's married now and she doesn't have to say hi or bye to everybody? Like,
who does she think she is? She shouldn't, like... Yeah, it's just, it's an ordeal. So like, that's a really big thing. And it's funny because I love to like hug and kiss people when I meet them and stuff, and I refrain from doing that because it's like not a cultural thing that you do, you know. And sometimes I'll like grab people like this, and then I'm like, oh wait, that's not a normal thing. But
and now in COVID, even
COVID is weird because like in COVID now, like the whole elbow salute thing, I'm like, what?
I know, that's weird. I don't like that. So I still have a few people that I do hug and stuff, but it's, that's definitely a cultural thing. Yeah.
But even with COVID, when we go and we have like a little get together, of course the proper size, right? Less people, we're still hugging and kissing everybody.
You have to, yeah. Absolutely.
If we don't hug and kiss everybody, it's still like you are better than everyone, you don't have any respect.
Yeah.
It's a disrespectful thing to not hug and kiss people, to say hi and bye. You can't just leave like when, you know, like when on the down low, when people are like not paying attention to you and they're having conversations with somebody else, you have to go and interrupt their conversation and say, hey, you know what, I'm leaving, I had a great time, the food was delicious,
thank you for having us.
Yes, and then it's like, no, take some of this food with you, and you can't say no, by the way.
You cannot say no.
You cannot say no.
It'll be completely disrespectful. You should have came anyway.
Yeah, if you had the best time ever, you had great conversations, said hi to everybody, said hi and bye, and you don't take the food that they're offering you to take with you, another time it's the end of the world.
Don't even show up to the next 3 parties. And all of these things that we have been talking about, we think that they are completely normal.
I think it's great. I love saying hi to people. I love taking food home. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. I love being Latina. I love being Hispanic. I love having culture.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited to bring this type of video to my channel because like I said, we have so many things on our list and we covered like 6 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe, and we have like over 20. So I hope that you guys will like this video. I hope that you will subscribe and come back and watch the other videos.
It's only gonna get better from here, guys. Like, we got some really good, funny stuff to talk about.
I think we should talk about some of like the weird things next time.
Yeah.
Like, with foreign parents. You know, some of those weird things that people.
You get the looks.
I've told people things and they're like, what?
I've told people things and they're like, and they just stare, they don't say anything. That's when you know it's really weird.
That's when you know it's weird. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. So we will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.